Welcome to That's So Us
with Ama.
and Lo.
Join us every Friday as we talk about everything and anything.
From pop culture to mental health to life experiences.
Everyone needs a vent session, and we're ready to connect with you on so many levels.
Be ready to laugh and even cry. Grab some tissues and a drink.
And join us as we turn our 3 a.m. calls into this podcast. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm broken. Bro, so much has happened to me, and we literally had to take a break because I had COVID for the
Yes.
first time in 4 years.
That's wild.
I know.
Wild.
I
Especially
was so
like you traveled a lot. Like
no
you
during
not like I was like, you're kidding. Like, you know what I mean? But like I feel like it's crazy that like you have like traveled so much and you didn't get it, and then all of a
I
sudden
know.
now you got
No, at the peak of COVID, well, not the peak, like before. I don't actually remember. But I was traveling, so I am surprised. Yeah, someone at the bachelorette party that I went to had COVID like a week prior. Um, so I just think she gave it to me, but that was a really fun trip, aside from the fact that it ended really, really bad on like a personal level.
yeah,
Something went down in my personal life that
that I have beef with people that I don't know.
I don't even know what happened. I don't
Me
even know what
neither.
happened.
Me either. I just have beef with people.
I know. I'm not even gonna get into it. I just I'm confused and sad and lonely.
Real.
And then my sisters left for college, so I'm like really, really lonely. So
Yeah, I wish we lived closer or like one of us
I know,
drove. Um,
literally.
but we don't do either of that. I drove for the first time in like a while yesterday to my soccer game.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
How far is your
It
soccer
was only
game?
15 minutes. But I
Literally,
did
there's
it.
still
I did
fun.
it. So
There's
and
still
I didn't
so
die. Thank
that's amazing.
gosh. I drove with one
Another.
hand, like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I drove one hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that. I need to ugh, I need to figure my stuff out. Also, because like my Pilates membership expired. So now I have to pay like $100 a month if I want to go. But like I need to get a car, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Helps.
that's my motivation, my
Yes.
Pilates.
Yeah.
So those were my lows.
Yeah.
All of my lows.
Have any highs?
No.
Okay. Cool. Um, let me think. I really need to stop chewing into the fucking microphone like this, first of
I can
all.
hear
You can't, yeah, but I feel like it's just like not cute, but whatever.
it.
Um, my what did I do? What day is it?
I know it's been a while too since we've
Yeah. Um, my low is that the dentist called and I have to go to my like yearly dentist appointment. And I fucking hate the dentist. Like I hate the dentist so much. It gives me so much anxiety.
Dude,
So now I'm gonna be anxious about the dentist till I go. So that's my low. And I don't think I have a high. So
I
yeah.
love that for us.
Yeah. 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 Anyways, today's question is, what is something that you like really want to do, like either um like an event or like an activity that you really want to do that you just haven't done yet?
Hmm.
I could go first if you don't know.
Okay.
I want to go sky jumping like out of a plane.
That's so scary. I would never do that.
Yeah, I like need to do that. Like kind of like I want to do it before I'm like 32.
Mhm.
Um, that's a very specific age, but 32.
I would literally cry and probably die up there. Like,
Okay.
I don't even like roller
So you
coasters.
could wait for me at the bottom
Oh,
and like
absolutely.
cheer me on.
Absolutely. I'm just like, there's so many things that I'm like scared of. Like, what if I what if I slip out of the thing?
Okay, but I feel like they check you for those things, no?
I know, but like anything could happen. What if you get tangled in the
Anything can happen. You can walk down the street and then trip over your foot and then roll into the street and then a car can come.
anything could happen. I actually thought about doing it, just walking into traffic.
Not that.
Like,
Not that.
that
Yeah.
is my intrusive thought, but I don't even know. What do I want to do? I want to, I don't even know. I want to be in a movie.
Okay. One
So I
day.
don't think that's gonna happen, but hopefully someday.
No, I mean, you never know. You can get casted somehow.
It's true. I want to be in the Hunger Games so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well,
Well,
I
I
feel
don't
like
know
the casting
why.
is now, so you should like look it up.
I know I have, but like I can't really find any information on it.
Oh. I can look maybe and see
It's
if I see
true.
anything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have a song?
I would say all of Sabrina's album. The
Yeah. Do you
entire
have like a favorite one?
let me look through. They're just like now I'm like listening to songs, even songs that like I've loved in the past that
Mm-hmm.
are like sad or whatever. And I just like had a different take on it because I'd never experienced what they were
Yeah.
singing about. And so I had a different perspective because it was like a different relationship or whatever. And now it's like it actually hits.
Hmm.
Um, but so literally all of her songs are just like hitting right now.
There's not,
Taste is really good. A Good
yeah,
Graces. Sharpest Tool is like pretty spot on.
yeah. I like Bedchem. I
Yes.
like Dumb and Poetic. Dumb and Poetic. Like that one, I'm like, the lyrics are great.
Mhm. Very true.
But okay, so like if you had to pick one song for your song of the week, which would it be?
Um, let's just do Taste.
Okay.
I've been listening to it very often.
Okay, cool. My song is Diet Pepsi by Addison Rae because I don't know what the fuck she put into that song, but it's like kind of sexy. Like,
I literally have never heard of it.
no, you have to listen to it right now.
Okay.
Like
Let's
live.
live
So
reaction.
sexy. Like
Pepsi.
Addison Rae. Like what?
Yeah. Oh, Diet Pepsi. Okay. But that's the picture.
Yeah.
Shazai.
Like the chorus is so sexy.
That part too. Yeah.
Like sexy. Like I can't stop listening to it.
Yeah, it is very like sensual.
Yeah,
Like
it's like I don't really know what I want to be doing to it, but like it's just in that vibe, you know what I mean? Like I just
yeah,
can't stop listening to it.
I think because she's like she sounds very like breathy in it, and so it gives like that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
is really good, yeah. I didn't even realize that she was like being legit about her music.
Me either, because there's like that one song that she released or something, and I was like, what is this? But like if she sticks to that type of like music, I think she can actually like do something with it.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be cool to see.
Mhm. But today's episode is one that I don't even know what I'm gonna say still, but we're gonna talk about dating in your 20s. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
That's fun.
So I guess we can like go on our little backgrounds of our dating life.
So I can start because I have zero experience.
Mhm.
Really never been in a relationship before. And I've really only like talked to like two-ish people. So But I was kind of low key thinking about it the other day. I was like, I wish that I like would have put myself out there when I was younger. I was just
Mhm.
very like introverted and very shy, and I was just not even like interested in any of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but like people got their like experiences and they had their first like heartbreak, like young. So then they kind of they made mistakes, they learned through it, and now they're like at a point where they're like ready for marriage or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
just like not like that for me. I'm literally learning all of this like as I go.
Yeah.
And it just kind of sucks. Because then I also think of like the other person and I'm like, nobody wants to be with someone who's like not experienced and
That's not
like,
true. Like,
I mean, I guess, but like a lot of people don't. But like also, I don't want them to think that I have never been with anyone because of like I don't even know how to like articulate it. It's more so just a choice. It's not like I didn't
yeah.
have uh, opportunities, but like I don't know. So yeah, it's just like very new and difficult. And I don't
Yeah.
like dating and it's scary.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
I don't want to go on dates. Because then you have to open up to
Yeah, you have
people.
to open up. You have to like try and trust somebody. And it's just like a lot. And then like if you open up to somebody and then like it doesn't work, it's like okay, like I feel like I just wasted. Like it's not I didn't actually waste my energy, but like deep down I'm like I feel like I wasted my energy. Or
Kind
like
of.
I opened up to somebody and they know so much about me and like now they just like are not a part of my life. Um
Hmm.
so I guess that can lead into my fucking
Yeah.
love life. So I've had like if we're talking serious relationships, I've had two, and they were both with men. Um, one of them I was like in high school, end of high school, beginning to go to college. And the other one, was end of university or like middle I don't even know, something university till this year. So I've definitely had my experiences. And then I've had like casual like talking to someone, but like it's exclusive, but like we weren't officially dating, like with like two people, I guess.
Hmm.
In the past, and both those people were women. Um, so I don't know. I couldn't make it official with the girls, I guess. I don't know. Um, and yeah. And it's kind of a weird transition from like being like being bi and like dating men and now transitioning to being pretty sure that I'm like lesbian and dating only like women. So that's like definitely different. Even
Hmm.
though I've dated women in the past, I feel like it's just different. I don't know. So yeah, that's my dating experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last relationship was almost 7 years, and then the one before that was like 2.5 or something. So like they're both like long term. But we're single, so that's how those turned out. And granted, I don't like men, so like that's obviously why they turned out the way they did. But yeah,
That's
just in case
true.
no one knew or heard different
True.
stories,
True.
that's the truth. Anyways.
Literally, period.
Yeah. But I feel like it's interesting because like we have two very different experiences with it. But what would you say are your biggest like struggles with the dating in your 20s?
I think still being in my hometown is like the
Mm-hmm.
biggest struggle because I, well, not even that a lot of the like the people that I went to high school with are even like still here, but I just like never connected with anyone in high school.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, just socializing is so hard here because like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, and you live
And
like in a small town, like you said.
I live in a really small town. And whenever I go out, even to like the grocery store, it's like either older people or like high schoolers. And I'm like, I don't really ever see anyone my age. But I'm also not the type of person to just like go up to people or like I don't
Yeah.
know. I wouldn't like go to a bar. Not that we even have that many here, but like I wouldn't go and just sit there and like wait for someone to like pop up. Like also I don't
Yeah.
want to meet my person like at a bar, you know what I
Me
mean?
either. Yeah.
Um so yeah, I think like just the connecting with people has been very hard.
Yeah.
And I think I've never been like a crushy type of person or like a
Like you
one
don't
night
get
stand.
crushes?
No,
Lucky
literally.
you.
Um, yeah, like a one night stand, like I that's not my vibe.
Hmm.
Because when I like someone or like love, I guess, um, I feel like I fall like really hard and like really quickly. And then when it's not reciprocated, it's like, ugh, it's such an annoying feeling.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I feel like just being my hometown. So that's why I need to move.
Mhm.
Um, I think I don't know, just like opening up has been a struggle too.
Yeah. I feel that way too. I think opening up is like the scariest thing for me. And like I've been trying to, but it's
Mhm.
like one, I feel like sometimes I'm too open and then I'm like, I'm gonna scare somebody away because I'm very like
Mhm.
too open. I either struggle with not opening up enough or opening up too much. And I feel like recently I've been leaning towards opening up too much because I'm like, you know what? Like at my grown age, I'm like not I personally am not like dating to just like date someone for like 3 months and then like break up and move on. Like I know some people are like more casual daters, but like I'm not really because like you said, like when I like somebody, I feel like I like them a lot and I fall quickly. So I can't do the whole like 3 months and then break up, then someone else 3 months. Like I can't do that. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like I just fall too hard for people. So yeah, I think like trying to figure out how much to share at the beginning and like, as things progress, you share more. But I don't know how to
Mhm.
not share a lot. And especially because I also am very vocal about it online and like I talk about mental health online too. I feel like everyone already knows things about me. So I struggle with like that. And then for me, trusting people is like very hard. Um,
Mhm.
and I always find myself liking people that don't live where I live. And I think it's because I just don't
Oh.
vibe with the people here.
Mhm.
So then having to trust somebody, like my last relationship, they lived 6 hours away. So having to like trust somebody while they also live so far away and like not that like I think because like I've been cheated on in the past, like that's why my brain like it's kind of like a trauma response where I'm like, oh my God, like they live so far, like they have the opportunity to do all these things. But again, someone who lives down the street from me can also like cheat on me. So like it has nothing to really do with that. But I think that's like what my brain goes to all the time. So I
Yeah.
think like like I struggle with trusting people and it probably has to do with like insecurity as well. Like
Mhm.
whenever you think like, oh, they're so much better, like they can find better.
Mhm.
So I struggle with that. And then I feel like that might be it. I think also just finding genuine people because
Yeah.
I in the past have found myself like trying to like certain things, like pretending I like certain things because other people liked it. And then I was like, what the fuck? This is so like boring. Like, why am I pretending to like be somebody that I'm not? So like moving forward with like dating and stuff, I like
Mhm.
told myself that I won't do that and
Yeah.
that I'll just like share what I like and then that's it. Like, I don't have to try and be somebody because if they only like me because of that, then like they don't actually like me, you know?
No, that's really true. I feel like lack of experience is like really hard for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really just don't know what I'm doing in every aspect and it's just like scary.
Mm-hmm.
Um and like you said, like I don't want to be too much or overshare. But then I also don't want to like say nothing and like be short because that's also
Yeah.
like not my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's just like hard to find the balance.
Yeah.
And then again, like when you do share stuff and then it's like it doesn't work out, then this person knows like so much about you.
Mhm.
Or like
Scares me.
say like you send pictures, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you're just like done. Like they literally have those pictures forever. Like
Yeah.
that's scary. So yeah, I don't know. I feel also like because I've never been in a relationship, like I just don't know how I would be.
Yeah.
Uh, but I feel like I would be really clingy and like constantly need reassurance and like
I'm like that, unfortunately. And I'm trying to work on it. But I
yeah.
just think that like everyone hates me, or like
I
I'm like
know.
you know those memes that you see when it's like when you've been dating someone for like 3 years and you still ask them if they like you, like that's me.
No, actually,
Like
yeah.
I have
And
issues.
there was one time where I was just like, I feel like I'm bothering you. Like I was texting this person. I was like, I feel like I'm bothering you. I was drunk, by the way, saying this. They were like, if you were bothering me, like I wouldn't be answering.
Yeah.
But
That's
then
how
I just
people think
constantly
that.
get in my head because I'm like,
Mhm.
but like you're also being short. So like what is it? Like so
Yeah.
then I don't know. I overthink, I overanalyze like
Oh, me too.
crazy. I constantly am in my head about everything and then I spiral and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's literally self-sabotage.
No, yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I do that. I do that a lot. And I'm trying to not do that moving
Yeah.
forward with whoever I end up with. That sounds like whoever I end up with, that's what I'm trying to not do. Um, but I feel like I'm just so prone to like doing it, or like I overthink so much, like you were saying, like someone can tell me they like me, like in the back of my head, I'm like, but do they actually? Like, do they actually? Or then I'm like, okay, I tend to be clingy, or
Hmm.
like my like love language is words of affirmation, so I tend to do that a lot. But then I feel like sometimes it becomes too much, or like it's annoying, even though no one tells me it's annoying, but like my brain will tell me it's annoying. And
Yeah.
then I don't know, or also like with texting, I feel like if like I read something in the wrong tone, I'll like
Mhm.
overthink it. I'll be like, oh my God, like they literally hate me now, or they're
Yeah.
annoyed of me or whatever. And then I'll spiral, even though no one tells me that. If they
Yeah.
straight up were like, you're annoying me, I feel like I would feel better than
Me
me
too.
spiraling about it.
Yeah, because I don't really like I really just don't know. Especially
Yeah.
like you said when you read it in a different tone or like how they would say it in person is just like so different because like I don't know, their like personality is just
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's so annoying.
And I think just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard and annoying. And I feel like this is the longest I've ever been single, which is okay. Obviously, like I was single when I was like young, but like from the age of like 16 to 25, I was single for maybe like 2 or 3 months, which is
Yeah.
kind of scary to think about. But right now, in the present moment, this is the longest I've been single, and it's been 7 months, which
Hmm.
like that's not even that long. But I feel like I'm such like a relationship type person.
Hmm.
And also I feel like I don't know. I don't even know who's gonna listen to this, which kind of scares me.
I
But
know.
but whatever. I'll just air out my life and then
It's
go
weird because
about.
like we really don't talk about this. I
No, we
don't
don't. We don't. I barely speak about my like love life online. Like I was scared to
yeah,
like say that I was like that I went through a breakup because I was like, I don't know who's gonna watch this. But now I'm just like,
yeah.
there's false narratives of music being spread online, so I might as well already talk about it. But I feel like I grieved my past relationship while I was in it. So that's
Mm,
why I'm like, at first I was like, am I like really ready? Like maybe this was now I know like I'm ready to move on, but like when I was at like 5 months, I was like, I'm like ready, but like, is this too quick or whatever? Like, whatever.
yeah.
I was talking to my therapist about this, and she was like, you like grieved your relationship while you were in it. So, like, for you, it was over before it was actually over. So,
Hmm.
that's why like you feel ready than like the average person, but also like heartbreak or whatever and healing is like not the same for everybody. So like some
Hmm.
people literally move on after like a month. And like I
Yeah.
would be like, that's crazy, but at the same time, like some people just heal faster than others. So I think that was something I struggled with too. Like if I started dating somebody or whatever, like what other people would think since like I was in such like a long-term relationship. But also I shouldn't really give a fuck what other people think.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Why should I care? But then I do care. But I
Yeah.
feel like there was another point to this, me saying this, but I forget it.
There were
So
like so many points that you just hit that I was like, okay, yeah, and now
I,
I forget.
yeah, I
It
don't even
literally
know where I
always
was going with that.
happens.
But yeah, we don't talk about date like we talk about it amongst each other, but not like publicly.
Yeah, girl, yeah, you know more than anyone has ever known. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you know as well.
Yeah. Um,
But have you ever been on a first date with like a stranger?
a stranger?
A
No.
stranger in the terms of like you weren't friends with them and like you never met them in person before.
Um, no.
Okay.
No.
That shit's
Like off
scary.
of like a dating app?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I've also never used dating apps.
I've used it for the first time like this year.
Hmm.
And let me tell you, some people on there are weird. Like some people are weird.
Yeah.
Like,
You're sending me like pictures. I'm like, interesting.
yeah, and not even I'm not even saying like they're weird how they look. I mean how they speak or like what they say. Sometimes I'm just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like I remember on Hinge, someone's like tag thing was like, don't like me if you're not gonna sit on my face or something like that. And I was like, that is not like like I'm scared. I'm
That's so
like,
bold.
like
Like,
it's I mean good for you for being bold, but it's like I don't know anything about you. So if unless like you're attractive, I don't even think I would actually I did not like the person, but I'm just
yeah.
like, okay, like people are very bold. Um, or like some people just jump so fast and like they assume like they literally know
Yeah.
you and like are gonna marry you next week, which like is also scary. But I
Yeah.
don't yeah. Going on dates with people that you never like I'm my past relationships were with people that I was friends with already. So like going on
Mm,
dates with people that I don't like wasn't not friends with, whatever, is definitely an experience.
yeah. I mean, at least you could potentially get a free meal.
Not that bitch. I pay for shit too. That was
Oh,
something funny because like with like women and women, it's like
mhm.
I never like at first I was like, who fucking pays? Who pays for this shit? Because like when
Right.
it was like the like not stereotype. I mean the norm, whatever. Not the norm. What am I trying to say? Like when it was like heterosexual, like men, women,
Hmm.
whatever, the like not this what's the word? Not the stereotype, but like the old traditional way. I don't fucking know. There's a word for it, but I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
think of
No,
it.
I know
Like,
exactly what
yeah,
you
like
mean.
the man pays and then the whatever.
Hmm.
How does it like work? Um, so apparently, this is what I've been told when I ask people, is that whoever
Hmm.
asks who out is the one that pays. Um,
Hmm.
which like makes sense.
Or yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah. Not to say like, I mean, I sound like I went on like so many dates. I did not. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so awkward about this. I'm
No,
uncomfortable.
it's just because we've never talked about
I
this.
know, and I'm just like thinking about who's gonna listen to this.
I know, like, what if my siblings listen to this and they're like, wait, you're like, your heart is broken? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they like didn't even know.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know who's gonna listen to this, but yeah. I
I
just
want to
need
go
wait,
back.
wait, I need to preface that my dates
Yeah.
weren't weird. The people that I went on dates with were not weird. They were actually enjoyable. But there's people on the apps that are weird. Need to
Yeah.
clarify that
No, it
just
makes
in
sense.
case.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
some of those apps are a little scary.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have just heard stories, but I've never been on them. But I feel like it's also so hard because like you're judging based off appearance first because you
Yeah.
swipe right or left, and then a little tiny description and like you see like a smidge of their personality. And I feel like for me, that's like one of the most important things. Like if you can make me laugh, we're
That's
pretty solid.
like, I was talking to someone about this actually that, yeah, I was talking to someone about this. Um, and we were just talking about like our experiences with the dating apps and stuff. And I'm the type of person like, yeah, I can look at someone and be like, oh, like they're cute, whatever. But like my attraction comes to like their personality and like the vibe I get from them. So
Yeah.
that's why it's like so like fucked up because I'm just judging people on what they look like, and people are judging me on what I look like.
Yeah.
And it's just like a weird concept. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, like I can think this person's cute, but like our personalities could just be like really not fit for like one another, or like we could literally like nothing of the same.
Yeah.
And like at that point, when you realize that, you just stop talking. But it's like, yeah, it's like a weird concept because yeah, but then also I wouldn't know how to like meet people. I don't go out
And the other way,
to
I
like meet
know. That's why I'm
people,
like,
so
what do I do? Like,
hmm
because also for me, it's like, it's just so confusing. It's a little confusing. I think for me, it's more so like connection than anything else.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So if the connection is not there from the start, I'm like not into it.
yeah,
Which I've experienced that before with someone, and they were so, so nice. Like it makes me so sad because they were so sweet and so nice and like so caring and whatever. But just like that connection was not there.
yeah. But I feel like if you don't have it at the beginning, like it won't come. Like that's just how
Yeah,
I
and
think.
that's
Like,
what, sorry, that's what I was like thinking. I was like, wait, should I just like, continue talking to this person, just if it like grow, but it just didn't. And it
yeah.
makes me so sad because they were so, so sweet, like
hmm
very.
I think like the connection doesn't have to be big at the beginning. Like there has to be a little something. Like if there's like nothing
Yeah.
at all, then like I know it won't get anywhere. Because again, like I can't like it takes me sometimes I like people really quickly, sometimes it takes me a little while.
Hmm.
But like there's always like something there. Because if not, then like I don't like I'm not gonna lead someone on, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've really only experienced that connection though that I'm talking about once,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just such a weird feeling. Because like I think and I'm like, hey, people feel this very often, but like I don't. And so like that person had to have been very special, but
Yeah.
things just don't work out, and that's fine. But like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh, I don't know. I'm just like I think it also has to do with like for me, dating scares me because I have like a fear of abandonment. So like I'm always
I was gonna
scared.
get into that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always scared that like I'm gonna fall for somebody like them and then they're just gonna pick up and leave, which I've
Mhm.
experienced in the past, not even just in relationships, but like friendships too. So that's something that just like always kind of scares me. So
No, literally. My therapist did that to me.
I
Like
remember you telling me that.
literally telling her, I was like, yeah, so like I'm just like so scared of it, like being abandoned or feeling that way. And like
Mhm.
she left.
Literally rude.
So rude. Jill, you were so rude. You're
Yes,
so rude to
Jill. We
me.
hate you. I have beef with Jill too.
Yeah, literally. Um, no, but I feel like that stems from your childhood, or at least it
Yeah.
can. For me, it does. And then it kind of turns into this like avoidant or anxious like attachment styles when it comes to relationships. And I've found out because I saw a TikTok, I'll actually read through some of it, that I have like anxious and anxious attachment.
That's what I have. That's what my therapist told me. I have anxious and there's another one. Ugh, I don't know what it's called. Something with attach. I
Well,
don't
there
think.
was two on TikTok. One was anxious and the other was avoidant. So it was like 6 slides. I'll read through them. So anxious, you mentally spiral when they leave you unread.
Me.
Or
Me.
avoidant, you don't overanalyze it and you barely notice.
Okay, no. When someone doesn't answer me within like a decent amount of time, like obviously I know like people don't answer like within 2 seconds, like myself. But like if
Mhm.
someone doesn't answer me for like, I don't know, let's put like 8 hours,
Mhm.
like I'll spiral. I'll
Yeah,
freak
no.
out.
Also, if like I know you're on your phone, but like you're just not texting me
Yeah.
back.
But not in like I sound crazy. Not like freak out that way, but like I'm like they hate me. Like that's what happens. Like I just say
Yeah.
them like they hate me.
Yeah. No, same. Same. Okay, number two is anxious. You romanticize them and imagine your future together. And then avoidant, you think short term and don't read into it.
Oh, yeah, no, I think about the future.
Me too. I'm like, babies? What? Okay, three, anxious. You want to text them constantly, and avoidant, you start delaying texts to create emotional distance.
No, I try to like not answer quick, but then I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna answer. So
Yeah. And then you have me out here double texting, and I'm like,
yeah. Oh my God. Double
like
texting.
I
I
can't
have
do
like seven
that.
times in a row texted. Like
No, same.
it's embarrassing.
No.
Whatever.
Maybe it's me. I'm the problem.
Maybe we're the problem.
Maybe we're the problem. Okay, four was anxious, you're scared to bring up your needs because you think they'll leave you. And then avoidant, you're up front but keep your deeper needs and feelings hidden.
I feel like I'm in the middle with that because like I'll bring it up, but I won't bring it like I'll bring it up once or twice and then like that's it. Like if they're not being met, I feel like I get scared to like bring it up. I guess it depends on the
Mhm.
person too. Like if you feel comfortable telling them, but I feel
Yeah,
like I
for sure.
struggle with bringing it up more than once.
Yeah. Well, I think if I'm like really close to the person, I'm like super open. So like I'll literally say whatever.
Mhm.
Um, but then if I don't get that back, I then kind of like close off.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Okay, five, anxious. You change plans to prioritize hanging out with them. Or avoidant, you see them when it's convenient for you.
Oh, I will change my plan.
I will change plans. I will like
Yeah.
I'll go very far like this.
Yeah. Depends what plans they are, but like if they're not like that important, like I'll change them.
Hmm. Okay, six, anxious. You're quick to want to define the relationship for security. Or avoidant, you avoid the talk so that you can maintain the relationship. Sorry, so you can maintain the, yeah, relationship and your freedom.
I don't I feel like I don't really know because I haven't like got to that.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember with my past two relationships to be honest, because I was like the last time I had to do that I was like 18 or 19. So it was a long time ago, so
Yeah.
I'm old as fuck.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm the type of person that would want to like put a label to it, not at the very beginning, but like at some point. Like I don't want to be like in the talking stage with someone for like 9 months, like I did once. Because that's just like too long.
Yeah. No, that's also what confuses me is like how long are all of
Oh, I don't
these
know.
stages,
I have no
phases?
fucking
How
idea.
many are there? Why is it talking and then dating or
I
like
know, like
exclusive
what,
and then
like
dating?
when I don't
It's so
know.
confusing. Why
I
can't you
don't
just be like,
know.
"Oh my gosh, I like you a lot. Let's Let's fucking do this.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I don't like understand the timelines. I was talking to someone about this too. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what's a normal amount of time to like, I know there's like the like when you get to know each other and then you either decide like to like talk to them and talk to other people at the same time or like just talk like be exclusively talking. But then after that, there's like I think someone like asked someone else out to like be their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. But I don't know like the timelines or like how long things should be. Like I don't know any of
Yeah.
that.
I don't either. I'm like, I don't know. I'm more so the you're quick to want to define the relationship for security.
Well, me too, because I just need to know. Because I also
Yeah.
don't want to be like in my head, I'm like, oh, like I'm just talking to like this person, but then they're talking to like eight other people, and then
Oh,
I'm like caught off
100%.
guard or like blindsided. So I'm very like like upfront about it. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm literally just talking to you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I don't know if that answered anything, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Um, okay, and then it says signs of an anxious attachment style is a deep fear of abandonment in relationships,
Mhm.
overanalyzing and overthinking interactions,
Mhm.
intense need for reassurance and validation from partners, being overly sensitive to perceived signs of rejection, difficulty trusting others, intentions and loyalty, becoming clingy or overly dependent on partners for security, overwhelming desire for closeness and intimacy, jealousy and possessiveness.
Oh yeah, then I'm fucking anxious like all the way, which is like
Um,
I need to work on it. Clear, like
yeah, but like, how do you
I don't
fix that?
fucking know. I do
Especially
not.
when it's like, I'm not someone who can just date people like that. And I feel like you have to be very open, like relationships, in order to like heal this.
Hmm.
But I don't want to do that. Like,
I think like you have to not just you, like me too, have
yeah.
to like be with somebody that I think I said this in another episode that just like understands
Mhm.
like we'll just call it mental health because I guess it's like a mental health thing, but that
Yeah.
like understands it and like doesn't see it like in a negative light because at the end of the day, like I think it's just like emotions and like how our brain works and everyone's brain works differently. But I guess like yeah, I think we just need people who understand it and won't like judge you based on it. And I think communication is key in like
Yeah.
every relationship, but especially for like people like us. I think like communication from yourself and whoever you're with is like
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah. I guess it's also hard though when like both people have different types of like
Yeah.
communication, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
There has to be like a compromise on both ends, but like if sometimes it just doesn't function. You have to find people, you and I have to find people. I don't want to be like you have to because it just sounds like I'm like attack like, but like we have to
No.
find people that like I feel like there's certain like personality types that just go together and like we just have to find people that fit our personality.
No, yeah, 100%. Because I feel like it can definitely be like stubborn at times or
Mhm.
like overreact in certain situations. But it's so weird because like all of this I've gotten really good at controlling when it's like a friendship
Mhm.
or I don't know, relationship with like a relative or whatever. But I think because I've never like experienced any other
Mhm.
relationship, it's like harder. Um,
Well,
um,
I'm still in it and still struggle with it. So sorry,
yeah.
that's not hopeful.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I think it just like is how our brains are wired and like I think we just have to like figure out how to. But I think at the end of the day, if you're with a partner who reassures you and like gives you what you need, that's
Yeah.
what matters. And like there are people out there like that. And like you'll know what they need and like you give it to them and they'll give it back to you. So you know
Yeah.
what? We don't need to change. We just need to find people. Well, we do need to change a little bit of
A
things.
little bit. A
But
little
but like
bit.
for like the reassurance thing and everything, I think like that's something like someone can easily give you.
Yeah.
The like
No.
jealousy and possessiveness, I feel like that's something that like I needed to work on. Um,
Hmm.
not that I was like possessive, but like like I feel like I can get jealous easily sometimes.
Yeah.
So like that's something that I know I need to work on and like it's not the other person's like responsibility, but like yeah, things like reassurance or like not answering someone like 2 days later or things like that. Like if someone
Hmm.
answered me 2 days later, I would not be able to do it.
Yeah.
And there's some couples that like don't talk for like 3 days. And I'm like, unless like you live together, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, like long distance comes into play, and I'm just
Oh,
like, I can't
yeah.
do it. I can't do it. I was going crazy.
Yeah.
Because for me, my love language is physical touch. And I don't fucking get that with anyone else. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
like
feel like
like DIY, why?
I'm like always, always in like everything, whatever. I feel like I can do I mean, I know I can do long distance relationships because I have. But they do take like a lot of communication, a lot of trust, a lot of effort. And if both people are not putting in effort, time, communication, or whatever, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Um,
Especially when like both people like say, okay, I'm anxious attachment, but the other person say they're avoidant. What a
Oh,
clash, dude. Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
it's not
See, like
good. It's not good.
my love language wasn't ever physical touch. But apparently now it might be. I don't know. I feel like it changes like with different like with men it wasn't, but with women it is. But
Hmm.
it's not at the top for me. I think like I've come to realize in the moment, maybe it'll change, that words of affirmation and quality time are like my number ones. And then like physical touch comes in.
Hmm.
So I don't know, it's like difficult. But yeah, long distance it follows me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can't escape it.
I apparently cannot.
Literally. Even with friendships, I'm like,
Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah, like literally. Yeah, it's just everywhere for me apparently.
No. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. Like I even got to the point where I was like, I will move. I'll move for
Not that.
you.
Honestly, I would move though. Like if I really
Like
liked
I
the
would.
person
Yeah, like
and
if we were dating, nothing's holding me down
but it
in
depends where
Easter,
like where we
Ohio.
would be moving. Like if someone was like move to Alabama, I'm not moving to Alabama. I'm so sorry. I know I always throw Alabama out here, but it's the only thing I can think about. But if someone was like move to New York, like my bags are packed. Like my bags are
Yeah.
packed already. Um,
Yeah.
so I think if it's like somewhere that like we both would enjoy, then I would like move.
Hmm.
But also I wouldn't want to move too far from like Montreal because then like, I want to like easily see my family and stuff. So it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm not moving anywhere right now. But yeah, I think like I would definitely move for somebody if I really did care about them enough to do so. But yeah.
Yeah. Same. Okay, wait. I did see another thing on TikTok. Um, it's kind of long, but I'll try to read it quick. But
Okay.
I feel like it wrapped everything up, and I was like, this is so true. So I'll just read it. The title is Your Time Will Come Too.
It's kind of
Okay, no,
sad.
I know, no, literally, I might cry. Oh my God. Okay. No matter how much self-love I grew to have, I was reminded frequently that everyone around me had found their person, and the conversations with my friends quickly turned from I wonder when we'll meet our husbands to don't worry, your time will come too. I hate when people bring that up. They're like, "Are you in a relationship yet?" I'm like, no, I guess I'm just
Mhm.
like lucky, you know? Because like, I don't know, like stop asking me. It's so annoying. Anyway, um, which made me want to run and hide away because I didn't want to intrude on double dates when I'd be sitting in the fifth seat
Not that.
without a
Me
hand
right
to hold
now.
or no one to look across the table to and make eye contact with. And when it came time to go out on a Friday night, I felt the need to drink one too many tequila sodas because dancing alone while they all had one another made me feel like I wasn't good enough. That is so real. But deep down, I knew I was good enough and I loved the way that I danced and the energy I had. But there was always the thought of, I wonder if anyone will notice me tonight instead of just dancing aimlessly. And ironically, no one came up to me. And so I prayed to God and asked him, when is it my time? And he quietly whispered, when the time is right. And so I moved forward each day, wondering if the time was finally right. And I was conflicted between it'll happen when you least expect it and you need to put yourself out there more. But then I'd look down at my phone and I'd see the name of a past fling on my screen, and my heart would flutter. And for a split second, I felt wanted and needed and admired. That is the thing that like hurts me the most is like you feel that way with someone, and
Yeah.
then anything could happen,
And it's
and
like,
then you just like
yeah.
it's over. And I'm like, how sad. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you feel so loved and then like you're just not loved.
Yeah. Or you feel like how, like, one of my exes, won't name names, but basically they told me like no one will ever love you in the way that I love you.
Mhm.
And like in the moment I was like, well, fuck you. Like, well, I didn't say that, but like in my head I was like, fuck you, whatever. But then
Yeah.
after thinking about it, I'm like, oh, maybe like no one will actually like, why would anyone love me? Like, like those top
Yeah.
thoughts that come into your head.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like weird.
Or or it's like you think the opposite potentially, where it's like I will never love someone the way that I loved this person. And so that also fucking hurts. Anyway,
Mhm.
um my heart would flutter, and for a split second I felt wanted and needed and admired, and maybe for that second it was enough, but part of me hated how much power their name still held and how my mood changed in that split second. But I responded anyways and said, I miss you too. But did I really miss them, or did I just miss the feeling of someone's arms around me, someone's lips kissing mine, someone listening to me as I felt vulnerable? But I engaged anyway just to feel anything remotely close to what the people around me were feeling. And for a long period, I equated those drunk messages to the conversations my friends were having with their lovers about their futures, but it was so different. Oh, how stupid I was to think it was equivalent, and it wasn't until the next morning I'd be reminded again that there really was a piece of me missing because when I asked her to hang out and she said she already had plans with her lover, which made me happy to hear, but at the same time I felt empty again because I should have plans like that too. And so I found myself laying in my bath with hot water running, and I couldn't tell what part of the water was from the faucet and which were from my eyelids, but both equally burned, and a vision of the younger version of me came to my eyes, and I wished I could hug her and tell her I'm sorry. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry it's taken this long. And she responded back, don't worry, I'm still proud of you. That was the moment I realized that I do love myself and all that I feel, and that you can, what? I do love myself and all that I feel, and that you can feel happy for others, but also sad for yourself simultaneously. And that maybe I should just accept that I do feel lonely. And then I realized that it's a different type of loneliness when you finally feel whole individually. Facts, and are ready to share your love, yet the presence of a partner seems far from reach. But while I was in that bath and tears were running, I started repeating to myself what God had whispered, and maybe one day soon, if I kept repeating it, I'd start to believe it because my time was soon. I knew that to be true, and there will be a sixth seat at the table, and I'll be a triple date. Sorry, and it'll be a triple date. And I'll look across the table and glance at my lover, and we'll go out dancing that evening, and my hips will aimlessly sway with no objective in mind. And the next morning, his name will pop up on my home screen. In the background will be a picture of us with love radiating off our and I'll feel an overwhelming amount of bliss knowing that I finally made it and how my prayers have been answered. And I too found my person, and long baths will no longer be filled with burning tears, but instead roses and lavender, and I'll laugh at the fact that it really did happen when I least expected it to.
That was deep.
I know. I read that, I was like sobbing.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
I should share because those really are like my thoughts, to be
Yeah.
completely honest.
Yeah. I feel like that's honestly a good place to wrap up
Mm,
on. But yeah, I definitely that was deep. Especially now, like my closest friends in Montreal are all like in relationships
mhm.
and I'm not. Um,
Um,
so definitely get that.
Literally, so many people around me are married, children. I'm like, I'm just here.
Oh, I get that. It's tough. And then also it's like I think what's good about us is like we don't just like jump at anyone, I guess. Because like at the end of the day, like if I'm gonna be with someone, I want it to be someone that like I actually like and not just like someone that gives me attention. Um, so I think you're the same way too. So
Yeah,
yay for us.
I guess that's just what happens when you're a deep person.
Yeah. Yeah, and you need deep connections and
Yeah,
can't just be with anybody.
very true. So, if you're
Yeah.
single and also, have that same vibe, let me know.
Yeah,
Or
let us
maybe I
know.
should just apply to Love Island. I was
Honestly,
thinking
yeah,
I might
do it.
catch me next season.
That'd be fun. I would watch.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't know if I could.
Oh, I would never be able to do a show like that, I don't think.
The heart rate challenge. I just wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to.
Um,
Anyway.
yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope this resonated with you in some sort of way.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.